From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. On the Broncos sideline, you get a look at their head coach. His guys 6-2 over the last 2 months of play. Across the field, head coach of the Chargers, Jim Harbaugh. His side also occupying playoff position, so might be a rematch we see play out in this postseason. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kate Scott, along with Brock Heward. Kicker Cameron Dicker. Looks all set down there. And we're underway here in SoCal. He's brought down to what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Pretty obvious why you go pass on that first snap. You're trying for a big strike and to take this home crowd out of it. But Kate, here's the problem. All it did was energize this building. Listen to it. Listen to these fans as they get louder starting off with a sack.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it, it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
He has it at the 22. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
Sure feels like the bye week came at a perfect time for him and his team as well. Right smack dab in the middle of the season, giving everybody some time to rest, recharge mentally, and really get yourself energized, Kate, to attack the rest of this regular season, starting with this contest.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Kappa. Go.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Set. 180. Set.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. All right. Now things starting to pick up a little bit after a slow start, Brock. Last things fans want to see is a couple of uninspiring drives to begin a game.
Yep, they get the first and generate just a little excitement that we could see maybe our first touchdown here, or at least avoid another quick punt.
Hampton gets it from the pistol. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ready.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Wide 80. Wide 80 hot. Wide 80 hot.
Running for the first time with the Louisville Cardinal. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Black 80. Black. Set.
Herbert from the gun. Hits his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah, yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes. Not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ. I'm going to guess so until that defense proves they can stop it.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returning it from the 4. This makes it up to the 25. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Nicks off the play action. And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan and haul in a heck of a souvenir.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Benjamin St. Juste getting up to end that play.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'd really break the backs of the defense.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Jeremy Crawshaw out once again, punted away. And that'll hit and get out of bounds. Left some meat on the bone with that one. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And that passing touchdown he started this game off with, just what we expected from somebody who you can see is among the NFL leaders in finding the end zone this year. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Delta, set. Ready.
Here's Hampton to open the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Set. 380. Set.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Brought in by Gadsden. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or what make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
380.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Johnson finds the football complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Ready.
1st and 10. Here's Hampton. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and that's going to give the Chargers a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. It's a gain of 22. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
All right, Kate, little confession time. And you know what they say, confession, good for the soul, bad for the reputation. I think my most negative grades carrying out fakes were on toss plays like that. Because you toss it, you know it's going for a big play, and all you want to do is watch it and not carry out your fake.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now.
Set. 380. Hut. Why did it hut?
Shotgun give to Hampton. And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
380. Hut. Kappa. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd, it's Herbert. He's got it. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers pull out in front further, 13-zip. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. So read here, and this is Dobbins. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Nix from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter.
Set. 380. Set.
Running it with Hampton. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. Our score, 14-0. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Here's Herbert. On to the left side, and Johnston has it. All right, short of the marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
This is Hampton, right side. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
380.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Set. Delta. Set.
Herbert with a blitz coming. Throwing the out route complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. That's a pickup of 9. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Black 80. Black. Go.
Now an inside give to Hampton. I wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at 2nd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Now Herbert to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythms, truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great. And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
Did this defense ever need that or what? Just a step in some kind of right direction. Hopefully now they can build on that sack and claw their way back from this pretty slow start.
So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. It's a 38-yard look here. Dicker connects there, and that will add to their score.
What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year, and I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Nix now to throw. And trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. Along the sideline past midfield. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. Here's Nix to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Shotgun snap to Nix. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Set. 380.
They'll toss it to Hampton. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down.
380. Route.
It's Hampton on 2nd. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
380. Route. Set.
That one's good to McConkey. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Delta. Stop. Go.
Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Set. Delta, set.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
One of the big lessons you learn transitioning from college to the NFL is you can't get it all back at once, offensively or defensively. But this is the right way to go about it now defensively. You got to get a sack. You got to get something going to stem this momentum, and that might just be the sack they needed.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Set. Delta, set. Set.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Forced out to his right. And Herbert slides to a stop with enough on that play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They're going option keeper on 1st and 10. And keeping the zone read costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards, too. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Line. Ready.
On the counter, it's Hampton. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. Chargers currently on top here at SoFi. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
Set. 5-9.
Third and long for him here. That's caught for the 1st. And they stop him just in time. He's at the 4. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Set. Kappa. Ready.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Set. 380. Ready. Hot. Set.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Oh, he's got it, it's in close. That is an LA touchdown. The Chargers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers make it a 24-point ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He's going to tuck it and run. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Tuli Tuipulotu in for the tackle. Out of the gun, it's Nix. The throw finds Evan Ingram. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Nix with it on 1st. Diving right side, got it! Offense in the hurry up here. Nix now on 1st and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. They get 22 out of that play. And it's going to be 1st down Denver. From the red zone now. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Offense to the line fast. They'll throw again. Nix. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Geez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that lowers the lead to 21.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. One last play before the break.
10.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our spin around the NFL starts now. We begin with a visit to Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. The Panthers at home to take on the Minnesota Vikings. And this is Jordan Mason. He'll take this one in from 2 yards out. The Vikings wind up taking this one by a touchdown. Why don't we move on now and check in on another big mid-season matchup. And it's Jaden Daniels. A 17-yard touchdown pass. The Commanders able to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. They win it in the final moments. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers hosting the Arizona Cardinals. And this is Trey Benson. 54 yards to the house. The Cardinals win it by 10, 27-17 the final score. And here's a look at the rest of the action that's going on, the risers and the fallers around the NFL here in Week 10. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And as we play through November, you can see that this hot start has continued. He's the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Relating.
Hampton gets the handoff. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Set. Delta. Set. Set.
Play action now for Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st down now, ball at the 33.
Set. Relating.
Hampton now up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Herbert from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
180. Set.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Johnson finds the football, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Set. Delta. Set. Ready.
Now a run by Hampton. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Set. Ready. Ready. Set.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Brought in by Gadsden. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line of gain. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
380. Go.
Hampton on the pitch. They got him a good handful there as it brings up second down. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Herbert back to throw. And this is going to fall incomplete. Well, they made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. Now it's third down.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Set. 380. Route. Route.
From the gun on third, it's Herbert. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Dicker connects there. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got first and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Nix from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first. Nix looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Nix again on second and 10. Lays out, what a catch! He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Once more, it's Nix. Short pass brought in. And they take him down right along the 30.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
On second down, here's Dobbins. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. Third down run by Dobbins. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up fourth down. Now we'll see a field goal try by the Broncos. He was good on his first attempt, and his second from a little over 45 here. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that lowers the lead to 21.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Starting from the 5. And he's stopped on the run back of the 27. Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10.
Set. Delta, set. Ready.
Here's Hampton to open the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Lion, lion, lion.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Connects on the crosser. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play.
Set. Delta, set. Set.
Hampton gets it from the pistol. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
That's complete to Johnston, outright. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
That one's good to McConkey. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers a 1st down.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Kappa, kappa, kappa.
So nothing but a pair of field goals added to the board as we arrive at the end of our 3rd quarter. The Chargers have possession and a massive lead. This one looking like it could be over. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set. We need a... You're out. Go.
Shotgun give to Hampton. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers put up even more points in a win. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers grow their lead yet again. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here comes the Bronco offense. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Pistol give here to Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Hits him on the out route. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Man in motion here. On 3rd down, here's Nix. Connecting on the slant. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
It's an 8-yard gain. A great call there on 4th down. Keeps this drive moving. So 1st down from the 41. Shotgun snap to Nix. Left side now, caught by Sutton. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Throwing again. Here's Nix. Brought in by his back. Dobbins. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down, because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Dumped off to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 4.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Third and long for him here. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Junior Colson! LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
380. Cut. Set.
Running it with Hampton. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. And with that run, he's reached the coveted mark for a back in a single campaign. This is officially a 1,000-yard season on the ground. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Set. Bailey. Delta.
Back to Hampton. And he's going to have them up to that 23. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
10 at the 23-yard line.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
380. Cut. 380. Cut. What is it?
Again, it's Hampton. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Set. 380. Cut. Set.
It's Hampton on second. Through the second level at the 40. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during a game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist, head the other way for a big run.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Set. Black 80. Black. Ready.
On the carry, it's Hampton. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Set. 380. Cut. Go.
Now an inside give to Hampton. They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up 3rd down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
On 3rd down, Herbert has him on the quick hitter. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this.
Set. Kappa, kappa, kappa. Set.
Trying with Hampton. And he can't get the push they needed. They hold him at the line and send him packing after a turnover on downs.
This running back has had himself a day, but not on that play. Finally, a little bit of catharsis for everyone on that defense to keep him from the first and get a turnover, a much-needed turnover on downs.
The Broncos running their offense out once again. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
On my side. Ready.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. And this one doesn't go far. It's the 2-minute warning here in LA. Broncos trying to do some window dressing. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Quick on the draw here to Dobbins. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one finds his man, Ingram. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Broncos first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. On first down, it's Nix. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And it's going to be second down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Motioning left is their running back. Second down. Here's Nix again. Hits his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
They'll throw again. Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Ready? 380. Run. Chase it. Tip.
This is Hampton. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Set. 380. Run. 380. Run. Go.
Hampton gets the handoff. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
And a 3rd down give to Hampton. And he hits a wall, stops at a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Bronk, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.